Hello and welcome back. We're here. We're already on day 5. Kerry and I are excited to be back here with you today for day 5 of the Health and Wealth Challenge. So today, what I'm going to go through is I want to have you set your financial goals. Figure out what those goals are, why you're in this challenge, why are you changing some of your habits, why are you starting to track your cash flow, what are those goals that you want to obtain. And Kerry's going to go through tracking calories burned for a whole day and matching what you eat to what you burn. So Kerry, take us away.
All right. Again, thanks so much, Katie, for having me. We're so happy that you're still watching, and it's day 5. So we've tried to move you through some basic steps just to get you restarted, whether it's financial health or physical health. So today we're going to start bringing some things together. We've weighed, we've taken measurements, we've downloaded food trackers, we've determined what we eat, we've put our food in, we've planned our movement for the week. So we've paid ourselves first, right? We've taken care of ourselves and tried to make sure that we're important, right? It's not selfish, it's selfless in a way. So today we're going to try to bring it together and see, your calories burned for a whole day. Do they match, or are they coming close to the calories that you eat? Okay. And did you track a calorie day, where was it also a movement day? So that's going to be key. Now, I do want to caution, I've got a little caution zone here. Try not to, and this is a trap to get into. I've watched clients do it for years. Try not to use your movement as a means to compensate for a bad day of diet. I hear people say all the time, well, I eat great all week, and over the weekend, I just eat anything I want, drink anything I want, and the next day I go crazy and do 8 workouts. It's just, you're not really cleansing yourself. You're not ever clean that way. And by clean, I mean good diets, good diets that, don't cause GI problems. I've had, people do that. You're not taking all week to kind of, detoxify, so to speak, from what you did over the weekend. It's this vicious up and down cycle. You just don't want to create that. So, live to move well, and, eat better and move more. It's that simple. So keep looking at patterns in your diet and exercise. If you need help, you're going to call me. You can text me. You can post what you do right here on Facebook, and I'll get back to you on this page. You can take a look at Aim for Stronger, my website. And, if you need help with some virtual training, pick a trainer. We've got tons of trainers on that site, guest trainers, and the 4 trainers that are part of our panel. So take a look at some of the patterns, some of the things that you see. What were you doing on days that you burned more calories? Did you take a bike ride? Did you run? Did you mow the lawn? Did you garden? What did you do? Did you take a walk? Look at your macronutrient numbers. Remember that was day 3, I think. So, are your proteins around where they should be, 30% of your calories burned? Do you know your calories burned each day? Do you know you should? And that's what we're doing today. What are you eating versus what are you consuming? How are your sodium and sugar contents? What are they looking like? Go back and look at some of those numbers. And again, the key is not to shame yourself. It's just to hold the mirror up. Would we walk out of the house every day and not comb our hair, not check to see if there's a piece of toilet paper hanging on our shoe? I mean, not, kind of like brush ourselves off and make sure we're looking decently, right? I mean, how many of us look in the mirror before we leave? Most of us, right? Would you try to put your mascara on without a mirror? I mean, good if you can, you know what I mean? But most people look in the mirror. This is, Katie and I have provided for you over 5 days so far. We've still got 2 to go. A means of looking in the mirror and doing it non-judgmentally. Try to get all these things together. And that's the key. So take a look at this, and again, try to match, what have I burned? What do I eat? And ask yourself some of these questions, and take a look at some of these caution zones I provided too. Don't weigh yourself every day. And try not to set your workouts based on that you had tacos last night. That you had, and there's nothing wrong with having tacos. That's fine. I'm not telling you not to have those things, but just don't get into those compensatory workouts. It's a vicious cycle that never ends, really. Eat better, move more. It's that simple, okay? All right, Katie, over to you.
Great, thanks, Kerry. So going along with that, and even one of the areas that you mentioned, like all of this that we're doing, I mean, it's a big topic that you see more of, self-care, doing things that are, to make us our best, to feel our best. And you know, the non-judgment, I can't stress that enough, because I'll meet, you know, individuals and they'll feel so nervous or be like, I don't know that I should be here to sit with you, or, you know, I feel like I'm such a mess. And it's like, no, you should be patting yourself on the back for wanting to reach out to somebody, for wanting to take a look at this, and for wanting to go through steps that are going to allow you to make positive changes so that you can get to where you want to be. And with that, I mean, that kind of goes into what I'm saying. You want to set some financial goals. Sit and write out, you know, what is it that are some shorter term goals and what are some longer term goals? And you know, they can be anything. So the shorter term might be, hey, I want to just make sure I have a month right now of emergency savings. Or, you know what, I want to go, you know, a month of not needing to use my credit card, being able to pay, going through, you know, reducing what my discretionary spending is, just really, you know, understanding what my cash flow looks like, but then adding in some of those longer goals or longer term goals that, or even intermediate, you know, I want to buy a house, I want to go on a dream vacation, I want to be able to vacation to a nice place once a year, or, you know, they're going to be different for everyone. And it could be as much as, you know, there's a pair of shoes that I really want, and maybe they're a little bit more than I should spend, but I want to work things around so that I've got money set aside, or there's money available within my discretionary spending that I could buy that. So I want you to visualize and write these down, and not just write them down and never look at them again, because I'm a firm believer, if by writing things down, looking at them, visualizing yourself being there. So visualizing what it will look like if you own that house, or, you know, visualizing what it will feel like if you can take that dream vacation, or, you know, have the emergency savings and not feeling every other week or every week so stressed that it makes you sick of where is this money coming from, or, you know, creating that debt payment plan so that you finally are not just constantly paying bills and, you know, feeling like you have to move money to get along, you know, in your finances. So really spend some time on this, and again, write them out, visualize, and prioritize, because that also is important. And which ones, you know, might be an easier place to obtain, and which ones have to be pushed out a little bit longer. And also, by doing this, you will practice discipline, even, you know, as you assess your spending or need to know what your cash flow is. Knowing those numbers and getting firm on those and looking at them, it will help you practice discipline when you are maybe, you know, it's been a tough week and you're like, I'm going to go online and do some shopping. Well, you know what? That has made it tough for people in trying to stick to a budget, because when you do online shopping, it's, oh, add to the cart, add to the cart. And before you know it, you pay for it and you're like, I don't even know if I have money in there, or I'm putting it on a charge card and like, oh, I'll just wait until I get the bill. So by knowing these numbers and practicing that discipline, you want to know that you have enough money left in your budget to buy the items. Because if you can't pay for it now, and especially if you carry consumer debt, you know, you need to learn what's important, what you can handle now. And these little things are what's going to help you to get along and to really feel confident. I keep saying that, but it's so important. I want you to feel financially confident in your day-to-day life, and be able to know that you're able, you know, to obtain the things that you want to obtain. And with that too, making sure that some of those goals, you know, not making them so out of reach, setting little goals along the way so that you're not setting yourself up of things that you feel like you just might not ever be able to attain. Because with the right discipline and following the steps, you can get that. And that goes hand in hand, whether it's your finances or the discipline on whether it's eating or exercising and tracking it. It really all goes hand in hand. It got that. We got the thumbs up from Kerry. Any other things, Kerry, before we let them go? And again, make sure that you are commenting. Make sure you let us know what you're doing, and letting us know, maybe add one of those goals that you want to put out there, so that you know that that's going to help keep you on track. Enter that in. We want to know.
Know your numbers. Talk to us.
Bye, guys. See you tomorrow.